Hello, and welcome back to Nadya's Identity Files. I just had a really fast countdown. I was like, what's going on? I welcome MC Pan.
Thank
you
thank
so
you.
much for being here with me today to talk about pansexuality and your music and all of your different identities. Are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me. I'm
You're
just like
so welcome.
butterflies.
Oh, you're adorable. I love your turban, by the way.
Thank you.
Like, I wish I could have the skill to actually make one, like just get a sheet. And,
They say there's no wrong way to tie a turban.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you might have to teach me how to do that, like
Right.
post episode. So you do a lot of really cool stuff. You're a self-described writer, thinker, poet, filmmaker, musician, singer, rapper, shaman, and liberator. And I think you also had said that you're a dictator, and I was like,
Yeah, that's one of them.
And you also happen to be a gender-bending pansexual. You're a very open,
true.
authentic human being. Were you always this multifaceted?
Yes, I always have been ever since I was a little kid. So it's like, this is just always kind of like how I've been, and it just like, I don't know. I guess it's just my journey is discovering more of like what is parts of me from the world and just
Right.
incorporating them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Where did it
Okay.
all begin?
Maybe when I popped out of the womb.
Well, we could go that far back, but we only have 10 minutes.
Right?
So,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, I was really raised by like my mom and my sister, like for the first like part of my life, because my dad was like always working
Right.
and like never home. So I got a lot of nurturing from the females like in my family. So I think that had a lot to do with developing like my feminine essence and like just the way that I connect with people and like with God in like a more feminine way.
Right.
So I guess that's just been my path, is just like connecting with God in this way and just like trusting that I'll be like guided along
Right.
the path. Yeah.
Is it going well so far?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a fun
Wow.
adventure. It's just I enjoy the ride.
That's beautiful. I love how authentic and open you are. And your music really delves into some interesting topics. It's really good beats.
Oh,
It's like
thank you.
yoga, hip hop. I never even heard of that genre until I checked you out. I'm like, dang, this is on point.
It's like a new thing for me, But I mean, always my music has always been like my spiritual outlet.
Right.
For like, so I describe my spiritual journey in my music. So that's pretty much what it is like whatever I'm studying or like getting in my spiritual life or like my occult pursuits or whatever.
Right.
It just all digests and comes out in the music.
Well, let's check out some of your music. Let's look at your you did this 2 days ago, you said?
Yeah.
Sacred Mirrors.
You are now listening to DJ Space Invader.
I'm the divine hermaphrodite. Sometimes my light shines a little bright. I embrace the night and become the shadows at your campsite. I can excite your finite, connect you intimately with the infinite. We sing on it together, we ignite. Let's choose to unite. My eyes show you your soul. Know the roles you choose to play, the flirtation you display. We live on the edges of gray. I slay when you drift astray on your birthday. Silently disobey and decide to seduce anyway. I am your clay, mold me into me, I'll mold you into you. Let our higher selves free and grasp the last of what is true. We are those sacred mirrors. See your figure, see your lady killer. See the river of your triggers, feel in me. What makes you shiver? I'm the giver.
Wow. Check you out.
Thank
Sacred
you.
Mirrors. That's really cool. I had no idea that you did that just 2 days ago because I didn't look, as I mentioned to you, I wasn't looking at the date.
Yeah,
video.
Sometimes projects come to me super quick. Like I just connect, like with all the yoga and meditation that I do, like I just connect directly to source and like download stuff. Like, that's how my creativity works. I pretty much just like channel it,
Right.
which is what comes through the feminine energy.
So when you're saying you're downloading stuff, is that kind of like akin to downloading energy that you're feeling?
Exactly. So like when we connect to like our higher selves, which is like our ascended selves, it's like they're like your perfected state, your greatest version. So when it comes to like creativity or whatever, if you connect to your higher self, you can like receive that supreme like work or like song or movie or whatever you're creating. Just
you're making me want to get back into meditation like really bad. I've been so bad at it. I might need you to help me out
every day. Every day.
So I want to talk some more about your music. Your most recent album is entitled Rapstronaut. Yeah,
that's
awesome.
the one I just put out. I actually released it on September 11th.
Is that intentional?
2016. Yeah. I don't know. I always pick certain days, but like 11 is like one of the soul numbers, and also like 9 is a number too, but it also like corresponds to something else. But I don't know. I like to keep like remind people of a lot of things in one thing.
Right. So it's like you're kind of feeding off certain vibrations in the air based off, that day, and of course other variables with numbers.
So even if it like catches their eye or something, it's like I always put like hidden things in, because sometimes people don't look at like the release date of things.
Yeah, they don't really think
it's
about
like
that.
I always like predetermine.
That's cool. I love it. So I want to talk a little bit about your musical and spiritual journey as it connects to your sexual and gender fluidity.
Okay.
So I'd love to hear more about how that is working for you, like how it's evolved.
Okay. Well, where to start? Because it's like multifaceted, you know? But like my relationship with the divine and with God is like a sexual relationship. And like, I know for a lot of people that sounds weird, because it's like, well, how can you have a sexual relationship with like this entity or spirit, something that you can't even see? But like when people are praying or meditating, like you feel that energy, coming down into your channels, and like it's sexual energy,
it's intense.
Yeah, so like when I like connect directly to source, like, and I'm downloading this, it's like an orgasmic experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very intense.
And so with the whole pansexuality thing, because like I see the divine and the divinity in all people, so like that's why, like Jordan said, I don't see people's gender when I look at them. I see their soul and their essence, and within everyone they have the masculine energy and the feminine energy, so technically
we all have both.
Everyone's the same gender technically, in spirit. It's just some people have more of one energy, the masculine energy, or the feminine energy. So that's why, like, we gravitate toward people who, like, balance us out in certain things. And to me, it's all, like, a spiritual thing. I rely on my intuition and, like, feeling out the electromagnetic energy and, like, how my aura connects with theirs. So it's always, like, my sexuality is, like, connected inextricably to my spiritual journey as well.
I love that. So obviously spirituality has really at least in your mind and probably in like things that you've learned in your spiritual path, has no connection to our biology.
Yes.
Yeah. Because spiritually it's like yin and yang. We all have like a male and a female essence.
Right.
So why restrict ourselves to, what our biology or what society is deeming appropriate for our biology anyway?
Exactly. Because like you always got to be aware of all, because we have 10 bodies, 10? And, yes. Well, and our physical body is just one of these 10 bodies. So yeah, you have these hormones, going on in your physical body, but you also got to be aware of your other bodies and your energy bodies, your subtle bodies, because like things could be going on spiritually which could conflict with your physicality.
Yeah, with the physicality.
But so it's like the meditation helps with that.
It's fascinating. And before we cut our segment and move into our round table.
Mhm.
And again, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
chatting with me about all of
Mhm.
this. What would you say is your greatest inspiration for your art?
Well, I guess just what I said, my relationship with the divine,
Yeah.
in everything, so I'm just like, my art is my expression of my relationship with God or the divine, and I express myself, sexually through that, but, it's just I don't know, just the relationship with God, which is just all around us, and it's
Yeah.
like we can't be separate from that.
Right.
So it's my devotion.
I love that. It's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for sharing. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to have a roundtable conversation with Jordan and Pan, where we're going to delve even deeper into the pansexuality conversation. Hang tight.